Your face!
And welcome, my brothers and sisters, to the Church of the Pokemon Pirates. Hey, we're selling them pirate seas with Joe _Ard. And me, the Rock God of Podcasting, that called out only of the two. I think we only have two callbacks for this show, and I called them all out in the opening, so no more callbacks for the whole episode. Now it's just new jokes all the time. That's what we're working on here, new and improved jokes. Speaking of new you in the new year, right, Joe? That's a good smooth transition.
Yeah.
We're looking to redesign our show logo, the Pokemon GO Podcast logo, while brilliant and recognizable, highly adjacent to trademark infringement. Now, it's not trademark infringement. Oh, shut up, Siri. I'm not talking to you. But we've actually had, Facebook's giving us grief about it because the font's similar. Obviously, we use the actual, it could be, technically it could be copyright. Anyway, all that being said, we're looking to redesign our logo. We could use your help. Joe's actually come up with some pretty cool ideas, and we're going to send them to some friends of ours to help refine that. But we want to see how it goes when we throw it out to you. So we'd like to do it. We'd like to really launch our first episode in 2023 with a new logo. Now, same title, right? Pokemon Podcast, Pirates Church, right? That's the name of the official name of the show.
The Pirate Church, the Pokemon Pirate
It's the Church of the Pokemon GO Podcast Pirates. Got it. So give me a logo that inspires that, the Church of the Pokemon GO Podcast Pirates. But we'd love your help. Work on it. I would love to. Joe and I both would love to banter back and forth with you on it. You can email us show at PokemonGoPodcast.com, or better yet, find us on the social media, right? If you're in Discord, if you're in our Discord, of course, tag us there. If you add us on Twitter, like specifically at Joe _Ard or Rock Out a Pod, Facebook, it's easier because we check this email once a week, basically, the show at Pokemon GO Podcast. But if you're interested in submitting wow, Joe, I just went off the track.
Art.
Thank you. Not show ideas, show art. We would love to have it, and you will get a prize for it. Everybody will get something. We'll make some stickers up, so everybody will get something for submitting a logo. But the winner, I know Joe's backing me, but if he goes, nope, not going to do it, then I'll pay for it myself, because Joe can be that way sometimes.
We already said what we were going to do.
We'll get you we're going to print a shirt in your size with the new logo and present it to you.
Yeah.
So,
which is what we
not
said
necessarily
last
in
time.
person.
I mean, it was a few weeks ago, but we said that last time too.
Joe's been gone. I had to remind him. Everybody knows. So, Joe, how have you been this week?
Oh man,
that good, huh?
It's been a week. I mean, I feel like
yes,
broken
man,
record.
1 week since your Pokemon.
Yeah, right. I did a couple of Giratina raids. I participated some in the Dratini Community Day. I did end up with getting one shiny Dratini. I mean, I already had shiny Dratinis, so a lot of these Community Day classics, I'm just like,
yeah, I got one.
I don't really care if I miss it or if I get to it.
Yeah,
so
this one, the one he doesn't care about, everybody, is the one he reminded me to play.
I did. I sure did. Did
not
you play?
Not the good one. Not the one that we both needed. This one.
So yeah. So other than that, I did right before the show started. I got myself a Snorlax. It was here in my bedroom.
What starts on the Patreon part of the podcast stays on the Patreon. There's certain things that cannot go to air.
Snorlax was taking a nap in my bedroom.
We've been taught. Lord, I apologize for the sins of the Ard.
You must call me the devil, didn't you?
Wow, yes, but
I'm too shiny.
Then you're pure. You've been shiny-fied, sir. Now you're okay. You're not the demon fillery. So there's that. But we can't do callbacks, so I can't hit that button. So, I gave you the shiny. All right.
Next thing I know, you're going to try to bless a Squirtle so we can squirt holy water on people.
Joe, no. I want to put a chain on a coffin and go down the aisle of the Catholic Church with it.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
The,
Oh my
the
god.
coughing incense.
And then light a lit wick for all my fallen Pokemon to get them into heaven. I'm not even Catholic. I can go for days. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. All right. Dang it, John. I forgot what I was going to say. I was pulling up something.
Did you do Community Day?
Yes, I did. Oh yeah, that was it. I want to talk about my anecdotal studies, right? But I've talked about in the past. Hey, this Community Day really felt like it was not spawning well. There was no shinies. I caught like 20 something Pokemon. There was no shinies on a Community Day. It'd be like, oh, blah blah blah. That's normal. Yeah, I get it. But my anecdotal evidence was every Community Day before, whatever that one was. I don't remember that I played, and then after. It works this way. You texted me. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on Dratini. But let's see, 5. In the first 5 Dratini, I got a shiny, and I caught a few more just for fun, whatever. But that's what I'm talking about. Every other Community Day, even at home, open it. Oh, there's a few there. Catch no more than 10, and I'll get a shiny on Community Day. So my anecdotal evidence says, yeah, I was right. They somehow crapped on whatever. I honestly forget which Community Day it was, but I was like, no, I needed a shiny, didn't get crap, and I'd like caught 50 of them.
This last one was a Dratini one, if that's what
not that one, Joe. I'm talking about the one that I can't remember that we talked about. That everybody's like, yeah, we didn't get many shinies except for Nolte. Nolte gets all the shinies.
He's like, your luck is mine now.
I did.
Gotta catch all your luck.
I got another Inkay. But that was cool.
There you go.
What's the question? I forget. There's a question mark plus candies to evolve.
Yeah, the question mark is turning your phone upside down.
That's right. I think I did evolve because I had the evolved form shown up. I'm pretty sure I did it already. But yeah, I was like, I can't remember what that question mark was. So you had some fun. What other coolness happened to you this week on Pokemon Go?
Oh, it wasn't cool. But there was something else that happened this past week. We will cover it in the experiences of the week. I posted it.
You're going to go. I was like, this is the experiences of the week.
I posted it in Discord so that I wouldn't forget.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into it. Did I? Oh, yeah, I did a raid today. It was Gyarados.
Gary?
And it was not a shiny this time, but... it was cool. It was fun.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was the first one that we'd be covering. But it's
I mega'd it out. Now, is that in your headlines? Did we talk about the mega levels now?
What?
Oh, okay. Before we get to your orangey bird beep beep on you.
He does kind of look like the
Road
Runner.
Beep.
He's a shiny Road Runner.
I'm too shiny.
Joe can't keep me. Anyway, so today I caught the Gyarados and it popped up something. It's like, I saw I had 700 mega candies on it or whatever. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to get all this and go to my shiny one just for fun and mega my shiny just because it'll be free after that, right? With a cooldown. And then it went, hey, they're mega levels now. Did you know? So on mega level 1, which is just doing a mega evolution one time, it's a 7-day cooldown, by the way, to be able to freely evolve them again, and other stuff going on, bonuses and whatnot. I went, swipe to the left. Yeah. Swipe left. And it goes mega level 2. Mega level 2 means you got to mega them 7 times total. So 6 more times and I'll get to mega level 2 if I mega evolve them 6 more times. And then it shortens that window to 5-day cooldown and your bonuses get better. Then I didn't go to mega level 3, but you go to mega level 3. I'm presuming it shortens that cooldown time even more and it gives you better bonuses. And Show's over. I had something Joe didn't know about. Next week, join us
Shows
for
how
a brand
often
new
I
show.
mega evolve.
Right. Next week, join us for the new show. Since this is over, we're going to start brand new with episode 1 of Dungeons and Mons, where we make Pikachu face. I don't know any monsters from Dungeons and Dragons, but those things.
A beholder.
Mimics.
A mimic.
Mimic is going to turn into Pikachu and eat your face.
Not mimic you. Mimic.
Yeah. So, all right. What? So you lost to Zapdos. That was your.
Yeah, the shiny Roadrunner.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Sad. I haven't seen one of those yet.
The rates.
Wait.
The rates are just bad.
I thought shinies were automatic catches.
It's not actually shiny. This is a Galarian.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So no, this is from the Adventure Incense. The Galarian birds pop up there sometimes.
Okay.
And they run away like 99% of the time, it seems like, because Niantic doesn't want us to have nice things.
Well, unless you pay for them.
Even then, they don't want you to have nice things. Yeah. Have you seen the state of the boxes? They don't want us to have nice things.
Yep. Yeah, shiny red Pokemon, 100% catch, not wild Pokemon. Yeah, okay. All right. We'll see, Civilian, what jokes I play on you tonight. Let's go.
Kittens says he would kill for that blue milk boy, so the milk tank. Hoping Go Battle Day will get me one this Sunday. The question is, will it? We will continue on.
Are we doing another watch? We've done a couple of watches. We're doing a Blue Milk Boy Watch 2022.
Posty One Kenobi said that it came from. So they posted it last week. Posty One Kenobi did about the blue mill tank. Said it was a GBL reward. Kittens. So here's the follow up to the Sunday GBL rewards, the 100 battles and Stardust and whatnot. He ended up with Kof Egregious that he renamed Death Sparkle. It's a shiny one. A shiny Alolan Grimer, a shiny Giratina, shiny Spinarak, a shiny Piplup with a hat, a shiny Galarian Weezing, shiny Lantern, a shiny regular Grimer. I noticed there was no shiny Miltank posted though. My condolences, Kittens. Apparently you didn't kill enough people. I mean, you didn't kill enough Pokemon. I mean, you didn't battle enough. Something like that. Terry. What?
Just the way you drove that home.
With a
how would they know?
Shiny
How would
Durant.
they know? It's still gray.
It's a little bit different.
Is it like green eyes versus? Because I see green eyes. Is it green eyes versus red eyes or something?
Probably, but the gray is a different color too. Like this has more of a tan tint to it. But yeah. Nulty, King of the Shinies, ended up with 17 shiny Dratini. And then
I think I'm gonna have to report him to Niantic for animal enslavement.
And then Nulty is also commenting on the crazy amount of items coming from the golden Pokestops. And if you don't know what the golden Pokestops are, we'll talk about that in a little bit when we get to the different sources for the week. Terry said, haha, Kittens, you didn't get a shiny Miltank, but I did. And just showing off that he completed the Go Battle League timed research, which I probably will not finish because I don't. There's like a 98.5% chance that I won't finish it. And the only reason I'm giving it the 1.5% chance of me actually finishing it is because I do need to do more PvP because I've been stuck at level 43 forever because what I need to do to get to 44 is do PvP.
Oh.
Like I've had the experience for a long time. I just, yeah.
So you're gonna wait till I pass you, and then you're gonna get all frustrated and blow me out of the water. Is that how this is gonna go?
Something like that. Yeah.
Win 30 trainer battles in Ultra League. Win 30. You haven't even started the bottom one.
Nope. Sure haven't.
Nope, nope.
Nope. Nope.
What else we got going on?
That's it for the experiences of the week.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, one thing I do miss about the Go XL, the Go XLR board was it had digital sound buttons like I have here, you know. Uh, but the
But then you
difference
could
was
tweak your
you could
voice.
I can. Well, there was that too, right? There was the effects. That was a lot of fun. Except when I aggravated somebody with one of them. I forget what it was. But I could hold down the sound button and it would record. So we could easily clip things from the show if we saw it coming, right? You can't go back and clip it. Then that you have to go and edit and all that stuff. But if we were saying something, or if I was setting you up, I could hold the button down and get you saying like nope, nope, or something, and it automatically be a button. And I do miss that. But that's not what we call it. Talk about. We asked you last week, what features would you like to see in Campfire? Now, I realized in retrospect, we weren't very specific as far as how it works in the game. But, Joe, what answers did you get over on old Reddit?
So from Budget Bar 1123, we have for it to work for the wider community. Because right now it's still kind of in a closed release. They haven't let in everybody yet. So I get that. I get it indeed. What did you get over on the Spotify / Anchor?
I have one answer as well from Applesauce Man. That's the name there. I want to see those features taken from Campfire and put into Pokemon Go. So, neither Joe nor I have used Campfire outside of this game. Actually, technically, I haven't used it at all. But I don't think you've used it outside of this game. I imagine.
Yeah, I haven't used it hardly at all.
I imagine there's a lot of features that didn't make it into the game part version.
Well,
But,
so the whole thing with Campfire is they're trying to make it work a one stop shop for all of their games. So while I get the desire to have it work inside Pokemon Go without going to a separate app, I also understand Niantic's desire to keep it all in one place for all of their games.
one Campfire to rule them all.
That's right. And they want to keep our s'mores too. They don't want to give out the s'mores.
Oh, they can have the s'mores.
You don't like s'mores?
Not particularly. Not into messes.
That explains so much. But yeah, I mean, with Campfire, I would like more integration, just like Applesauce Man said, more direct integration, because there is a button here, but now that I actually have Campfire installed, apparently it literally just takes me to
Doesn't open it up in the game?
Campfire. It used to open up a map.
And I see a Pokemon button there, or is that just a symbol?
Select game map. Boom. Yeah, so apparently, because it does, I don't have the other games, but I assume you can select which game it's highlighting, and then it will, cause it's late at night, so I doubt we'll see hardly anything on the map that's being specifically pinged or anything. Let's zoom in downtown Chattanooga. Yeah, so there's like nothing. Oh, there is. Okay, so if I zoom in, there is some stuff here, like there's a couple of Guzzlord raids and stuff like that if I zoom in. But yeah, so I would assume that little icon that you said just lets you switch which game the map has the overlays for. So since I have Pokemon Go selected, it's showing me the different raids that I could attend should I want to. To be honest, I think this would have worked a lot better if it was released within like the first year of the game being out, instead of Niantic sending all the cease and desists to all of the third-party people that were making maps like this for people to look at. So, but anyway, I think
Yeah.
at this point, it's.
Didn't they shut down a couple of those maps that were very, very helpful?
Oh yeah, no, they sent out cease and desists all over the place for people, and I get it to a certain extent because it was taxing on their servers, and especially early game, their servers kind of sucked, and so I understand why, but yeah, it still doesn't change the fact that if they had done something like this earlier on, then people there wouldn't have been so much backlash for them putting out the cease and desists. Granted, there were some predatory maps as well that required they were hidden behind a paywall and people were trying to make some profit and stuff off of it. But anyway.
Well, you know what Niantic says, no profit unless it's our profit.
Hey, last week I couldn't find a button to create a group. It's here now. There is I can create a group now. Interesting.
Well, sir, I don't like it.
You're like, I don't like people, so I don't want groups.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll take a break here, and we'll be back in just a minute with about a bajillion headlines.
Bajillion.
Bojangles.
I'm not sure if I've ever eaten at Bojangles. Ooh, I'm getting invited to.
It's been many, many years for me.
Many years.
Honestly,
another Snorlax.
I don't know why anybody eats any fried chicken other than KFC and Chick-fil-A.
We had someone bring us KFC last week.
Popeyes is decent. Popeyes is all right.
I have another confession. I've never eaten at Popeyes.
It's definitely different. I mean, as far as like separates itself from, its batter and crust from KFC and Chick-fil-A, and I know they're different types of chicken, whatever. And, like Church's, Bojangles, meh.
I have had.
Why go to the
chicken,
Walmart's of chicken when you can go to the Target of chicken? Just saying.
I don't shop at Target.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were one of the poors. You don't even know what to say to that one. You don't even know what to say to that one, Joe.
Well, now you know.
Knowing's half the battle. Donate now. All right. I'm gonna bring us back in here.
Oh man.
Once there was a lad, his name was Joe. He had a podcast show about a game that all would play. That game was Pokemon GO.
Hey, hey, the Waylord comes as large as a ship and 100 tons. Hey, hey, the Waylord comes, he'll crush all in his way.
Charles.
Oh, this is the one place you'll never hear us say "Roll Tide," just to pander to Mr. Tim Ring, because we hate doing this doof. But we're not sports ball people either, so I don't really care. We're back from the break where we talked about, of all things, fried chicken. Go figure. You want the whole show and nothing but the show? Go over to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast and donate today. And pledge at the Filthy Casual level is $1 an episode. I think you can actually dictate what level you want. It gets you into Discord and probably gives you the super secret Patreon URL, whatever it is.
So
to
secret.
Subscribe. RSS radio.
Yeah, the RSS feed.
Yeah. So, hey, it's not almost 2 p.m. in the Ukraine, but there won't be any community day for the vast majority of Ukrainian players, not because of the Russian invasion, but because of Niantic.
Yeah.
It's a two-part story that Joe did not color code. I'm very disappointed.
Well, I didn't have everything prepped and ready ahead of time like I did last couple of weeks. So, basically, right now, well, they fixed it by now, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But
that's part 2. No spoilers, Joe.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. So
like and subscribe for part 2.
Yeah, so it has nothing to do with anything except Niantic not allowing people to log in. Like it was the login portion was just completely shut off for a bunch of people in Ukraine. So yeah, so they and to let you know that it wasn't just this person. They tried different networks. They tried different phones. They tried uninstalling and reinstalling. They tried cleaning the cache. They tried using a VPN. They tried all kinds of things and were unable to connect for several days. Okay. They tried contacting Niantic support on Twitter, on Campfire, etc., and they only got automated generic responses like, "I'm sorry for you. Try again later."
I'm
Or
sorry for you, like your daddy was.
it seems like you have a bad internet connection, or just generic canned responses,
Sure.
and so yeah, nothing.
Apparently, they could log into Ingress or Pikmin Bloom, which are also Niantic games, but not Pokemon.
Yeah. So it very interesting. Niantic just dropping the ball again. Oh man, if I
Let's
w-
go
if
to
I if I was a
Pokemon.
sports ball person, I'd make fun of someone who fumbles the ball a lot, some quarterback, saying that Niantic drops the ball more than them.
Cal Ripken.
Cal Ripken, he's not a football player.
Wayne Gretzky.
Oh yes,
he
clearly
fumbles the football.
he fumbles the football all the time.
Now look, there's three athletes I know because I grew up watching that 1 or 2 seasons of whatever the crap it was called, like the Superstars of Sports cartoon on Saturday mornings. Whereas Wayne Gretzky, Bo Jackson, and Michael Jordan, and they were like animated superheroes. I think it's Michael Jordan. It's Wayne Gretzky and Bo Jackson. I can't remember who the third one was. Anyway,
I've got it.
yeah.
Niantic is performing worse than when Michael Jordan tried to be a professional baseball player.
Well done, sir. Well done, sir.
Michael Jackson playing baseball.
All right, get us back in Ukraine.
Now I'm just imagining the hey to catch the ball.
Catch the ball. He got 3 balls that day. The game is back in Ukraine. I broke Joe. The game is back in Ukraine. Local players are able to log in again. Hoorah! Got a confirmation from locals that game is back in Ukraine after trying to reach out Niantic via Campfire, Internet Support, Twitter, and asking for help. Login issues. The problem was finally solved. Well, by solved, you mean they reached over and turned the switch back on for the country, realizing people knew they couldn't play? All right. Many thanks to all supported the case. Well, that one I give you. The community probably rose up and helped give voice to it.
Well, and because the other post that we shared before got onto the front page of Reddit, I'm sure I guarantee
that's a big deal.
That's
Yeah.
why Niantic finally realized that something was going on.
That's when all the squints kick in John Hankey's door like, look, moron, we made the front page of Reddit, and that's not good for us. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm still imagining Michael Jackson with a bedazzled baseball glove.
His batter's glove. he lets Bubbles pinch hit for him.
Mr. Tambourine in chat. Well, he did play with one glove.
That's true.
Oh man.
All right, a new discovery. Gimmieghoul, a Pokemon from the Paldea region. Yeah, that's what we need. A whole nother region opening up where we get one Pokemon from it, and yet we haven't completed the other regions. This is me just spouting Pokemon stuff that I think you guys like because I don't know what regions are.
Yeah, Kecleon when, Niantic. Kecleon when.
Here, hashtag hear us. No, somebody's already done that one. Mysterious Pokemon Gimmieghoul. See what they did there? The name is Ghoul, but they want you to say "Give me Ghoul."
Gimme.
Let's see. Turns out Pokemon seen hanging out with trainers who picked up a suspicious coin is Gimmieghoul, who's originally discovered in the Paldea region. Professor Willow and Jacques, a biology teacher from the Paldea region, confirms that trainer says Bob. I know I'm doing monotone. I'm just trying to figure out. You know what, Joe? You give it the good Pokemon fan tonation on this, because this seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun for somebody who knows what they're talking about.
So the first thing I had to do was look up the Jacques tree, because all of the professors are named after a tree, and it's a pretty cool tree. I'm not gonna lie, it's like a giant canopy tree.
Oh, wow.
It spreads out real far.
I dig that.
Yeah, but anyway,
I like that a lot.
so Gimmieghoul and
Okay, what? No. Forget Pokemon. We're on the tree talk now. What region? Can I plant one of these in my yard? Because holy crap, that thing is amazing. I mean, it'll take a long time to get there, but that's awesome.
yeah, but can you imagine how much that would suck during the fall? So they range southern Mexico down to Peru and Brazil.
Oh, so the regionals. All right, so we'll have to wait till a
And
freaking community day, and then I can get my tree. Got
And
it.
then apparently it's also been introduced to Southeast Asia and the Pacific Islands, including Hawaii. It's also
these are
known
really cool.
as the rain tree or the monkey pod tree.
Samia Saman pops up a lot, but JACQ is some kind of translation abbreviation.
Salmonia, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all right.
Anyway.
We can go back to Pokemon stuff now.
So, Gimmieghoul and the Paldea region are going to be featured in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which are going to be released, I think, next week. Yeah, Friday, November 18th. So the new games come out next week. Have you seen some of the golden stops in game this past week?
No.
Okay, so there are golden Pokestops, and if you spin a golden Pokestop, it gives you extra coins, which is what was it Nolte? I think.
I think so.
Nolte specifically mentioned the crazy amount of items that were coming from the golden stops. So it gave you a bunch of extra items from the stops, and when you spun them, a Pokemon would spawn, kind of like when your buddy shows up on the map, or when a Smeargle shows up. How it kind of has that glow and then it pops in. Well, but Gimmieghoul is tiny. Like, he's running around on the map and he is tiny. You can't click on him, but he's there just running around. And so, yeah, we are going to have this we've got this hype build up going on. But then we're going to also have a crossover with it. We don't know the full extent of the crossover, but we have heard from SarahB.net that if you connect Pokemon Go to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, that you will be able to get the roaming form of Gimmieghoul in Pokemon Go. Now, they did specify, SarahB.net did specify, you won't be able to send Pokemon from Go directly to Scarlet and Violet, at least not at this point. So we'll have to wait and see if there's more happening with connecting Pokemon Go to Scarlet and Violet, other than being able to get the roaming form of Gimmieghoul.
That's cool, but I'm not gonna. I would, you know me. I mean, I'm not gonna go buy a Pokemon game. If I still had GameFly, I would probably rent it just to connect it and give me the roaming form. I will give you a warning. So then, on basis, watch out for spoilers for Scarlet and Violet, as the full game has leaked online.
I'm unsurprised. The Pokemon games tend to get leaked a little early. So
this is, this. Okay, it is Pokemon Go Live. This is not the official Pokemon. This is not the official Pokemon Go.
No.
Site, right?
You can go to the official site as well. So it's
I got you.
scarletviolet.pokemon.com.
Yeah.
is the official site, and you can look at it there as well.
And it's supposed to also link with Home once Home releases.
Well, Home is released. I think you're thinking
Or the
of
games.
Sleep.
Oh, games. No, it says Home. It says after that,
Okay.
but the games will connect to Home. I just read it incorrectly.
Yeah, and so all that they really have on the website is this is when it's releasing, and then it shows some information about the starters. So,
Gotcha. So we got Galarian from Salt and Nar, or whatever it was, the game that came out. Sun and Moon.
Okay.
Where's Galeria
did.
come from? Didn't Galeria come from one of the newest games that came? Sword and Shield. That's it. Sword and Shield. Right?
Sure.
You know I'm staring at your camera, not my camera. I'm staring at your face on the screen going, right? Got pretty sure. Anyway.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
My point is,
it was Sword and Shield that we got.
Thank you.
Galarian.
My point is we're getting another new region from another new generation of games. And even I'm going, wait, you just opened up this little portal, and there's a whole lot of shadows to get. Not to mention, they're encouraging me to mega evolve because it puts it in the Pokédex once you mega evolve it now, which has probably been for a little while. But so it's another Pokédex thing to fill out. Oh, I need to mega this one, blah blah blah. But they're not filling out the regions, and even I'm saying they've spoiled us. Kanto, boom, we got everything but like 1 or 2 or whatever it is. Johto, Hoenn, we got the majority.
In Pokemon Go, we have so generations
Yes.
1 through 3, we have everything except Kecleon.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So, but then it started. Oh, they hit 4, then they threw out some others, right? Then they hit Sinnoh, then they hit Unova, and then I was like, okay, was this normal fair for Pokemon to kind of, even though they're out there, to kind of piecemeal it together? Because it doesn't seem like it. It seems like when you release a game like Scarlet and Violet, it's the full generations all right there, ready to go.
Well, yeah, that is what happens because those are the main series games. They're the actual games, whereas Niantic just has to
grab money,
listen to the Pokemon company, and like Civilian on Base says, Niantic does not control. They don't have any control over what they have to cross promote. So the Pokemon company says, "Hey, Niantic, do this," and Niantic's like, oh, "Okay."
But they do, I'm assuming, have the control to release what's already in their purview, right? The generations that have already come out. So they could be steadily releasing those shadows in building up. I'm not saying, I don't care that you skipped a generation, because I think we only made it through 5 before we got, 8 was Sword and Shield. Then 9 was Sun and Moon. Is this 10 coming out in Scarlet and Violet or no?
This is 9, I'm pretty sure.
9. So, okay. Sun and Moon may have been before. I don't know. I don't really track them. But I do know that we're generations ahead. I don't mind that you skipped 6 and 7 to promote 9 because it's a new thing coming out and they want more money. Cool. But Niantic, you could be releasing those others on a very fairly set. What if Community Day was here's the new Pokemon?
They've done that.
They have done that
With Stuffle.
And
Stuffle's release was his Community Day.
And Surfboard Pikachu. Whatever that was. Alolan. Yeah. They even though that is a generation, right? Alolan is a different region, right? From one of the games.
Yes.
So they did a number of Alolans. And then guess what? We got no more Alolans.
Yeah, the Alolan stuff was Sun and Moon.
There you go. So yeah, it's I don't know. I'm just asking questions here. Let's move on to Greedy Gluttons event and Team Go Rocket Takeover. Serve up adventure in Pokemon Go this November. We hope you've brought your appetite because the Greedy Gluttons event is bringing out some of the heavy and hungry hitters, including Lickitung, Snorlax, Mega Gyarados, and more.
Which is why I've had a couple of Snorlaxes here at my house tonight.
Oh, we're already in the event right now?
Yeah.
And speaking of hungry, the Ultra Beast
Yep.
has emerged from Ultra Wormholes all over the world.
It's your favorite one.
Can't say
Favorite
that on
Ultra
TV.
Beast.
You can't say that on TV. The Junkivore Pokemon makes its debut from November 8th to November 23rd. Yeah, that is something I didn't think about doing, although I didn't get to see him very much over his last couple of days. Ryland, Zoe, and I were on set. They were working as background for a TV show, and it was his birthday yesterday. I forgot to even I was gonna bring him here on the show tonight just to help let everybody tell him happy birthday. He'd love it, whatever. But I had both my phones. I could have been catching some Pokemon for him or have him playing, getting ready for this because it'd have been great. So how do we find
Yep.
Mon? What makes him come out?
He's in 5-star raids.
Okay.
So yeah, you can find him in the raids. One
I'll
thing that I
take those
find
invites.
interesting, in the event bonuses, and I could be wrong, but I think this is the first time that they've done it this way. Half hatch distance for the first 3 eggs hatched during the event using the Pokemon Go egg hatching widget. The widget is available on iOS and Android devices.
All right, now I'm gonna see what they've done.
I think it's the watch widget is what they're saying.
Wait, is there a watch widget?
Yeah.
When? No, okay. A long time ago, in the early generations of the iWatch, they came out with this Pokemon Go tie-in because everybody would be able to track. But then at that point in time, while he was still on the show, they basically discontinued it, stopped supporting it.
I think it's a new version that they released. I could be wrong because I don't have.
I'm looking it up right now.
I don't wear watches. Like I actually have an old Apple Watch, and I think I've worn it twice. My father-in-law got a new Apple Watch, and he was like, "You want it?" I'm like, "Okay."
All right, Niantic, get your crap together. I typed in Pokemon Go egg, and it says hatching, and in the App Store, and nothing.
Pokemon Go widget. Oh, how to add Pokemon Go widgets to your device's home screen.
Okay, let's talk about that because there's gonna be people like myself that's like, "Hey, I do wear a watch. How do I get this widget? How do I get it, Joe?"
Okay, so let's see. From the Apple device, from your home
It's not
screen.
something you need to download. It comes with the game on your phone. There's not an Apple Watch option. Oh, screw Niantic. Screw you, Niantic.
Where'd you see that?
Oh, in our chat room. Civilian Base in Tugas. Keep reading.
Okay.
It says on iOS.
Yeah, so for iOS it says from your home screen, tap and hold a widget or an empty area until the app's
Oh, it's this crap. Yeah, when you go all the way to the
those widgets.
Yeah, when you go all the way. Okay.
I don't use those.
Get off my screen. This is why I don't use you. Get off my screen.
Get off
Joe's
my
not
lawn,
going away.
Niantic.
Oh my God. I hate when technology is like, hey, we're to be here. No, swiping up, nothing, down, nothing, sideways, nothing. Get off my screen for punching the face. Okay, tap on the widget to enable.
So I guess.
No, that's different.
And then you hit the plus sign in the upper left corner and search widgets, Pokemon Go.
I was unaware of this kind of widget, though, to be honest with you. For them, we have Pokemon Go, Adventure Sync eggs. Use Adventure Sync to track egg hatching progress with the Pokemon Go is in the background. When Pokemon Go is in the background, you still have to run it. Adventure Sync Buddy. Use Adventure Sync to track your buddy Pokemon's heart meter when Pokemon Go is open in the background.
I don't think I care.
I'm going to put it in just for the show purposes. Oh, and apparently I've got no eggs. Apparently I hatched an egg recently. I know I put one in after I hatched the last one, saying I have no eggs going right now. So I'm opening up the game.
So that I just showed.
They're
so
correct. I don't.
For our podcast listeners, if you want to, if my reading of the instructions wasn't sufficient, you can watch this on YouTube, and I did walk through the steps on how to do it for iOS. For those that are on Android devices, on the home screen, touch and hold an empty space, tap widgets, tap and hold the Pokemon Go widget. You'll get images of your home screens. Slide the widget to where you want it. Lift your finger to place the widget. So,
Yeah, Sylvania. Android has a universal back button. Tuga says, "Yep, I have this in my today view at the top. I put it on my. I added the widget just to see, how it goes. So we'll see. It did remind me I didn't have an egg in my thing, but the thing is, it only seems to operate if you have the game running. Now, I know with a Gotcha or a Go Plus connected, you can have the game running in the background, even close your phone, and things will still operate. With a widget and no extraneous controller, I'm asking the chat room because I don't think you'll know, Joe. But if you do, I'll take your answer. But basically, if I just have the widget installed on my phone, which I did, and I turn on the game and then close the screen just to let the game run in the background, will it keep running okay? Because there's definitely been history with Niantic in this game that even with the watch, sometimes it doesn't run okay.
Tugas Rose says if you don't force quit the app, it should update.
Okay, we'll see. We'll give it a try. So yes, apparently now that I'm using that widget, the first 3 eggs that I'm putting in now will be able to be half distance.
Yeah.
So let me check my widget right now. The game's up and running in the background. It says I put in a yellow egg, a 7K, and it's 3.5 on the widget.
Well, there you
go. But it didn't let me. It's not showing me my buddies' hearts, only the egg. And if I touch it, it opens the game. If I try to swipe left or right on it, it just moves the screen. But when we were just looking at it online, you could measure those 2 things. Anyway, all right, moving on. Go Rocket Takeover is coming. What you got?
Yeah, no, well, I mean, these are kind of combined, the 2 events here in the statements here.
Yeah.
As part of the Team Rocket portion, in the Red K eggs, I mean, Poniard's been there for a while, but they are releasing Shiny Poniard out into the wild during this event. Well, not wild. I should not say wild. They are putting Poniard. They are releasing Shiny Poniard, and so you can hatch Shiny Poniard from the red rocket eggs as part of this event, and then we will also, if you complete the special research during this event to get the Super Rocket Radar, Giovanni will have a Shadow Mewtwo. So that's a pretty good one to grab and hold on to. They are also mixing up Cliff, Sierra, and Arlo's Pokemon as well. So, and during this event, we can use our charge TMs to get rid of frustration from our Shadow Pokemon. So,
the eggs are all right. You got Volibee. I'm just picking out the high warning ones for me. Poniard, Volibee, and Salandit are all in it.
Yeah, I don't have Salandit yet. You got one though, didn't you?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Was it a male or a female? Because I can't remember. Only one of them evolves.
I'm gonna find out. Give me a second. Because I kept it. It is a female. It says power up. Nope, it just says power up.
Okay, so it must be the male one that evolves.
Which one? The arrow up is male or female? I forget now.
The arrow up?
The symbols, you got circle, stick figure.
The stick figure
and then you
is
got
female.
Circle, arrow. Okay, it's the male. So the male is just a de-evolved moron. Got it. The female evolves.
Okay.
Makes sense. It tracks. I'm opening gifts. Does that help? I don't know.
Well, it helps whoever you're opening for, right? It's a Christmas miracle that you're opening.
Well, I just
yours.
opened Lady Mal's and I went off to check the Celeb. I was tempted not to go back and finish, but I did. I'm giving her a gift. So your field research will award you a mysterious component. Basically, it's not bad. I mean, the Team
Oh.
Rocket events are never bad.
That's
You're not great, but
that's actually helpful that the I had completely skipped that little section. So if field research gives you a mysterious component to help you build your rocket radars faster, that's nice. That's nice.
so
That's
nice.
nice. So nice.
And we've got a graphic to go along with it. A new shiny Pawnyard, which is blue and gold. Well, blue and gray for the Pawnyard, and the evolution is blue and gold.
Yeah.
Which is pretty decent. I mean, that one you can tell the difference because it's not red, right? So that'll be fun. Everything else is basically a nice visual summary of what Joe was just saying a minute ago. So we've got that going there. And something that you and I both are hanging our teeth on here. I don't know what kind of phrase that was, but
Hanging our
PvP
teeth on.
analysis on Ursaluna and what
Yeah.
could have been. TLDR, don't care.
So, as a reminder, because it's kind of weird having back-to-back community days. This Saturday is the Teddiursa Community Day, where you can evolve.
Yeah, I need that
into
Ursaluna.
Yeah. So that's there. I like it. So instead of a TLDR, they put a bluff bottom line up front. So instead of a too long didn't read. So Ursaluna has the stats and typing to compete in all 3 leagues, and seems especially exciting in Master League, where it should be able to combat powerful ghosts and steals alike, among others. Ursaluna's exclusive Community Day move is the one you want for PvP and for PvE. But none of its other moves are really that great. So that's kind of the bluff, the TLDR on this whole thing. And they go into actually a pretty nice analysis. So this is from Reddit user JRE47. But they go into an analysis of Ursaluna. It's a ground normal type, and I'm sure I'll talk more about that later. And yeah. So, and the what could have been, they wish that Ursaluna had Ice Punch. If it had Ice Punch, it would hold all current wins and bring in Runerigus and Altaria too. So it would help rein in a bunch of the front runners and help mix up the meta. Shadow Claw would also be a good move for it for Great League. Basically, just some things that they wish it had for some of the specific leagues. So that was Great League. In Ultra League, again, they wish it had Shadow Claw. And then for Master League, which is where he thinks most people will end up using Ursaluna, its top CP, so at 100% IVs, is almost 4,000 at level 40, and well above 4,000 if you get him up to level 50. So pretty nice stuff. So
I like the bear line, the pandas, the panchams, the Ursa rings. I love the bear lines. I think Ursaluna looks cool.
Well, and I didn't even think about this. So we've got the rocket event going on.
Right.
Obviously, Teddiursa has been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a decent IV Shadow Teddiursa that you could evolve into Ursaluna. And if you do that, you need to make sure to get rid of frustration during this event before evolving it, so that it gets the Community Day move. But yeah.
So you have to get rid of frustration first.
Yes. Yeah, and you can get rid of frustration at any level. So like I have a Shadow Teddiursa here. I could get rid of the frustration right now, and then when I evolve it this weekend. Which how are the IVs on this guy? He's. I'd have to check. What you call it? It might be an okay one. At one of the earlier levels. Obviously, if you're shooting for Master League, you just want max IVs, as high IVs as possible, since level doesn't matter in Master League. But if you're aiming for one of the lower tiers, then specific IVs are going to be more impactful. But yeah. So if you are aiming to get a Shadow Ursaluna, make sure you TM the frustration out of it before you evolve it.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, I need to click show line. I know I've got some Ursa rings, but apparently I don't have any Teddiursas, which kind of makes sense. Yeah, I got my big bad Ursa ring. I guess I can't need the rest. July 6, 2018, homie came home. And I remember that because that was still in the condo days of the gyms. And the only way I could get in and kill Blissey or Chansey was Ursa Ring. Ursa Ring just shredded them. And I busted my butt hunting all over Atlanta, getting enough Teddiursas to get that Ursa Ring. Then I went in and I moved right into that condo. And like 2 months later, they killed all the condos and made it this LA fitness gym now that nobody really wants to go to, if everybody has a membership to.
And it smells a little weird.
Yeah. Everybody judged you for sitting in that gym for too long. You didn't wipe down the Pokespin at the top after using it. Yeah, I don't like it. So what else we got here? Oh, that's it. Hey, I do have some news for you, though.
Ooh.
We have not one, but 2 new patrons. Came in right towards the end of October. And last week, we just kind of blazed past it by accident. Eric, Walter, and John Meyer have both joined us. And I don't know what their names are in Discord, but I hope to find out soon enough. But thank you both for being part of our patrons, Patron. They're patrons, so we could all get drunk together. There you go.
You throw Pokecoins at Eevee and they become a Patreon.
Look, if you can throw a big enough coin and knock the crown off his head, I'll give you a membership to our Patreon. But thanks both of you for joining up. We're glad that you're here. Welcome aboard, and I hope to get some speak pipes from you soon. We'd love to hear that.
Oh, you see what Civilian typed in there?
That he doesn't play very much.
No. He said he's drawn a logo right now, and I think it is pretty good.
Ooh.
Is that a new logo for us or a logo
for Muirpack? It's for Muirpack. All right, Joe. I'm trying to find my button. Let's go with this one.
Hey there, this is Cheeky Nashville.
Nope, too sad. I miss him too much. Can't do that.
My name's
Hey, you guys, this is Karen from the Lured Up Podcast, and I just want to ask Joe what time it is.
It is time for random trivia. Man, you know what I'm really in the mood for before the trivia?
What's that?
The Cheeky Nashville rap.
Let's see.
I need to get you to send it to me at some point.
I might. I'll never do that because I'm just lazy. Nothing against you.
We got a rap.
Nope, that's not it.
That's a different rap.
That's a different rap. I do have this song on the button twice.
Charles is buttonless tonight.
I guess I cleaned it off apparently. Well,
then
was loud.
he's just like, beep.
Wow,
whoa,
you cannot turn that down.
Whoa.
You cannot turn that down at all.
Stop swearing at me, Charles.
Yeah, I don't know what trash talk is. That didn't work at all.
All right. Well, let's go with Teddiursa, the little bear Pokemon, who evolves into Ursaring, the Hibernator Pokemon, and then into Ursaluna, the peat Pokemon. So Teddiursa and Ursaring were introduced in Generation 2, whereas Ursaluna didn't appear in the games until Generation 8. And it evolves during a full moon. So I guess if you want to evolve Ursaring in the future, you got to pay attention to the moon cycle.
That's right. So this Saturday, even though this Saturday is not a full moon, right?
Yep.
We have to do it this Saturday.
Yep. So I guess we just got to pay attention to what the sky is looking like in the game, because apparently it's, I hope moving forward it coincides, and they're just making an exception for Community Day, which I'm kind of guessing that's what they're going to do. But anyway, so Teddiursa and Ursaring are both normal types. Ursaluna is a normal ground type. Teddiursa's Pokedex entry says if it finds honey, its crescent mark glows. It always licks its paws because they are soaked with honey.
And honey is a euphemism for blood.
Wow.
I mean, can you not imagine Pikachu bleeding gold? I'm just saying.
Wow.
It's better than shredded wheat.
Teddiursa and Ursaring, their shiny forms become this like radioactive green, whereas Ursaluna, the dark brown, becomes kind of a muted red on Ursaluna.
Yeah.
So, and instead of being bipedal, Ursaluna walks on 4 legs. So, you know, there's that.
Yeah, he's very much a bear. He or she, you know, whichever.
Yeah.
Very much bear inspired and bear like.
Yeah. So Teddiursa is a combination of teddy bear and Ursa, which is Latin for bear. Makes a whole lot of sense there.
Okay. So bear. No, it's teddy bear. Never mind. It's teddy bear.
Teddy bear.
Yeah, got it.
And then Teddiursa.
Ursaring. We already did Teddiursa.
I know,
That's
but
Teddy and bear.
They're each based off of different bears, even though they're all bears. So Teddiursa appears to be based off of the cub of an Asian black bear, which its Japanese name I am not going to try to pronounce. Probably says.
What? Wait, are you not going to try to pronounce it, or you're probably not going to try to announce it? Because if you said probably, I would be egging you on to announce it. You just offended a whole nation, Joe.
Sure
Way to go.
Which apparently literally translates to Ring of the Moon Bear. And then Ursaring, the Hibernator Pokemon, its Pokedex entry says that although it is a good climber, it prefers to snap trees with its 4 legs and eat the fallen berries. It just judo chops them.
Berries is euphemism for hikers.
I don't think this bear is going to be singing the bare necessities anytime soon. Ursaring. What?
That was good. That was a good one.
Ursaring appears to be more based on a brown bear than an Asian black bear, though some people disagree. And for those in the U.S., a brown bear is also known as a grizzly bear. But yeah, Ursaring is a combination of Ursa and ring. But the ring part is again alluding to the fact that there is a ring on its belly. So
I liked it, so we put a ring on it.
So Ursaring has just the crescent. Ursaring has a ring, which you would think is a full moon, but it's almost like an eclipsed moon. It kind of, which we actually saw here in I don't know where all in the world it was visible, but this past week it was visible, at least in Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yeah. A lunar eclipse. So, and then Ursaluna, its Pokedex entry says, and this is the Legends Arceus Pokedex entry says, I believe it was Hisui's swampy terrain that gave Ursaluna its burly physique and newfound capacity to manipulate Pete at will.
Like the moss?
Yeah, I guess. No, the person.
That's not very
it's manipulating
scary.
Pete.
I mean, Pete, like from Disney? That would be a little bit scary.
Pete, and Pete.
You just
All
repeat.
Hat. Oh, man. So, Ursaluna is a combination of Ursa and Luna. Moon Bear. And so instead of the crescent moon or the ring, it has on its forehead a full moon, and its eyebrows look like clouds over the full moon. You okay there, Charles? Now you're gonna pull up a picture?
Straight up.
No, yeah, its forehead, it's a full moon, and its eyebrows literally look like a couple of clouds.
I went to the wrong one, Ursaluna. Oh. If they hadn't have said anything, I never would have seen it. Now it's all I can see.
Now it's all you can see. Well, I'm the one that said
What's the bridge of his nose then? Storm clouds? The horizon?
I don't know.
Is his eyes just sad ships on a lonely ocean?
Passing in the night? Oh, man. Okay.
Right,
So they do have some comments about its affinity for peat. It may be inspired by the real distribution of Usuri brown bears around former coal mines like Ubetso Akancho. So
that's just south of Chernobyl.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Just making stuff up.
So, but yeah. So apparently, this is specifically based off of Usuri brown bears, which I guess is a subspecies of brown bears, and they mostly live inside burrows excavated into hillsides. And in, I guess spoiler alert for the Arceus Legends, you can have an Ursaluna that's your friend, and you can ride on him, and he can dig stuff up for you. So
I can see that. I just threw you a picture to throw in
dun, dun, dun.
to the stream. I don't know if this is a straight figurine you can buy or somebody 3D printed and put a lot of care into painting it, but I like this Ursaluna. It's a huge figurine. That dude's, even if that's a kid, that's a full handful that's only half covering this figure, if you will, of Ursaluna. And it's Ursaluna you don't quite want to mess with. It has all the cartoony features, yet it looks like it'll rip your face off.
I don't think that's a 3D print, because normally you'd see some of
some kind of resin or some lines.
Yeah, you'd see the lines in there and stuff. But yeah, I don't think that's a 3D print.
Still, that's really
if it
cool.
is a 3D print, they took a lot of post-processing care on this Ursaluna to sand it down and make it nice and smooth and whatnot. So
nice and smooth.
Yep.
So is that all the trivia, Joe?
That is all the trivia.
Well, if you'd like to submit some show logos, and we got something else to announce. I'll run down where you can find this, but before I throw it to you, Joe, we'll talk about Thanksgiving. But if you'd like to help us out, just like Civilian on Base is doing, and we'll take anyway. Look, all you have to do is get the basic idea down. If you go, man, I've got this really great idea, but I'm not an artist. That's okay. We know artists. If you can describe it, if you can sketch it out, if you can do some rough, I mean, obviously it's got to be close enough for us to figure it out. I mean, there's only so much we can do to meet you in the middle, but I think I'm not a great drawer, but I could talk to somebody, or I could at least piecemeal some clip art together to give a good idea of, hey, it should look like this, and here's what I'm thinking. And then we've got some artist friends that can help refine it. I just want to include everybody that wants to be a part of this.
Yeah, one of those artist friends
contest.
drew you as a chicken.
That's right. That is right. That's actually was my screensaver here a minute ago on my phone. And unbeknownst to her, I'm going to do something special with that. Anyway, if you would love, because we'd love to have you do it, if you would be willing to help us out with a new show logo for 2023 and going forward, email us, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com. You can also go to that website, and on the right-hand side of the page is the speak pipe. I had to go, well, I didn't have to. I went and tested it tonight because the way the website was still empty. When I go to check speakpipe.com, it was empty for 2 or 3 weeks in a row. And it says, hey, to get started, you need to switch. Like, well, maybe something broke. I'll go over to our webpage and try it. No, it worked. It worked instantly. It's so we're sad and lonely. Please come get some Ursalunas and put a speak pipe up. Reddit's r/Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter's at Pokemon Go Pod. You can also use those places to submit the show logo as well as you wish. YouTube is Pokemon Go Podcast. TikTok is at Pokemon Go Podcast, where Civilian on Base is doing some amazing videos and cutting the show and putting stuff out. And Joe, we do not have a question of the week for next week. What should that question be?
I thought of one earlier, and now. Oh, okay. I've got it. So I don't know if you've been spoiled or not. Regardless, what Pokemon would you like to see Niantic make a new regional version of?
Okay.
That's what I would like to hear.
What Pokemon would you like to be a new regional?
Or I guess Niantic wouldn't do it. What Pokemon would you like to see a new regional form of?
Wouldn't Niantic do it?
No, it would be Pokemon.
Regionals are controlled by Pokemon Go Company.
Well,
the Pokemon Company. Sorry, yes. Yeah. I mean, Josh, it's been 6 years of saying the same words together. It's hard not to say Pokemon Go at all. All right, that's a good question. So what Civilian did a week or two ago, I've lost track and I apologize, is he took the question of the week and put it out there. Whatever you do, Civilian, is good by us. We appreciate all of it. And to show some of that love, everybody needs to go over to etsy.com/shop/Murpack. That's MUIRPACK, and check out a bunch of the cool K-pop stickers that are there. They've just added Momoland photo cards, which I don't believe were up last week when we looked at this. You've got some other types of photo cards going across the board with K-pop. We've got some fun. See the Stray Kids Leave It sticker still is fun. And you've got the Steam Pal Portal stickers, which I need to get a collection of. And I am championing yet again Isaac from Dead Space as a Steam Pal. That'd be really cool. You can check out some awesome stuff there. And I will be getting Tugus Rose, that Flower Crown Hippie Eevee sticker. However, she may have to wait until we meet in person at Dragon Con to get it. Ha! It's a bribe. Before we finish this part up, Thanksgiving is coming up in America. And that's a very busy holiday week for both Joe and I. And the last, actually, we might have done it every year since we've been podcasting. We take that week to be with family and do different things, just because it always falls on a Thursday, whereas Christmas can float around. And so typically we do ask for voicemails. We will ask for that. If you call in to Speak Pipe, and your name and your email is optional, but maybe in your name, put in, Thanksgiving, if you want that Speak Pipe to be specifically for that week. A little while back, Dennis Robinson and I, of the Lycan, Solomon's Odyssey comic book creator, and I'm the producer of that book. We get together once a month to record a bunch of stuff for his Patreon for that book. And one session, we did about 30 to 40 minutes of just general Pokemon talk and his love of it and how he does it. And we just went back and forth. And I've been holding on to that episode because it was a little bit timeless. I don't think we talked about too much dated references there. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be 3 months old at this point. Who knows? But it was entertaining, and I enjoyed doing it. And I've been holding on to it. We're going to make it like a special Patreon episode. But Joe and I talked tonight and said, hey, we'll really save some work, give some real content, out there as well, as opposed to just me, responding to the voicemails and being funny about it, and Joe being on the yep button. So, what we're going to do is have that episode go out the week of Thanksgiving along with your speak pipes. So you have until November 22nd. That's a Tuesday before Thanksgiving. That'll give me at least Wednesday to put everything together, if not Thursday sometime. While I'm waiting on lunch and everything, we'll get it put together. We'll release it on Thanksgiving Day at some point during the day, which will be a couple days earlier than normal, right? Normally we release it on the Saturday after we record, but I'll put it out on Thanksgiving Day. So I'd love to have your speak pipes in that episode along with Dennis and I. And Joe, I will give you an early copy. If you want to make some comments on that episode, I'll put that in as well. Joe's thoughts. Joe, the plank. I don't know. We'll come up with something there. But check that out. And then join us every Thursday night, most Thursday nights, except for Thanksgiving in the U.S., at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Pokemon GO Podcast, where you can hang out with awesome people like Assorted Geekdom, Madison Moybog, Mr. Timberine 19, Nathan EP, Civilian on Base, Small Streamers DC Community, and Stream Elements, our favorite, because Squishy Twitchy couldn't bother to be here, that bot. And Tugas Rose 27. You can check out all of us Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, on twitch.tv/Pokemon GO Podcast. Joe, where can they find you on the web?
They can find me on the Twitters at Joseph_Ard. Embrace that underscore. What about you, Charles?
They can find me, Rock God of Podcasting, across most social media. Twitter's Rock God of Pod, or you just search Charles McFall and you'll find me. Tonight, I put out 2 TikTok videos. I haven't done TikTok in a while. I watch a lot of it. I consume a lot of it, but I haven't put out a lot of it lately. Just I got inspired by one of these. If you were to do this, what would you do? And most of those, I just kind of watch responses, but this one, instantly, before you even finish the question, I went, boom, here's my answer. And he's like, stitch this. I'm like, you know what? I will. And then I went and stitched a video for Tony P. Henderson, giving him grief. So there you go. Those are out there.
Oh, Tony P.
But you know what? We are going to be back next week. And that's the plan. So tune in next week to hear Joe say,
I just caught a Guzzlord.
You can't say that on the show.